right drive in a right field. And if you're young Daryl Strawberry, you've got to be thinking...
Welcome back to Talkville, everyone. Thanks for being here. We couldn't do this without you. We really appreciate it. Michael, Brian, Bryce,
Tom,
in the
yes,
house.
we're all here. We're here. Tom did the intro. Yes, we're this is Talkville. This is episode 18, folks. So 4 episodes left in this season, and then we got season 7, and we couldn't do this without you. And I didn't sleep well last night. Some crazy dreams. So if I look tired, tough shit. Thank you all the patrons for supporting us. It's astonishing. It really is. It's the reason why we're doing this. We say that, but I know you think we're joking with you, but we really wouldn't. We're not joking. It's because of you, and you guys keep the show around. So if you love it, join Patreon and support the podcast, and keep doing it if you're doing it. And we appreciate you just watching and listening. The Inside of You online store. If you want merch, and the talkvillepodcast.com. Tons of cool Smallville merch. There's Smallville lunchboxes Tom and I signed on the Inside of You. Pilot scripts, Funko Pops. You know, those Lex Luthor Funko Pops you can hardly get anymore. They're charging up a storm. I see now at the cons, I'll sign one and they'll sell them for like $250 on the thing. So what are you going to do, man? What are you going to do? If you want to go to my Instagram at the Michael Rosenbaum and go to my link tree, I'm on Cameo. Tom's also on Cameo. We're doing cons. We've got some great cons coming up. What do we got, Tom? We got Chicago.
We're going to Ontario, California, Dallas,
Denver, Cincinnati, Liverpool at the end of the year. We got the Smallville cruise. Listen, I'm going to say this now. Get on that Smallville cruise. It's going to be a blast. It's, I believe it's June 15th through the 22nd. There's a lot of people coming. There's a lot of events. I'm doing a karaoke night, so you got to sign up for that. Excursions are available, or they're becoming.
I actually just saw JP yesterday, and I checked the numbers, and I'm almost sold out. You're right behind me, almost sold out. So it's time to get in there if you're going to do it.
Get on board, man. Get on board for the Smallville cruise. There's lots of stuff. There's a poker tournament. There's a Smallville Nights. There's a karaoke. There's excursions with me and Tom, and also Laura Vandervoort, Erica Durance, John Glover, I believe, and Adrienne Palicki from Friday Night Lights, and she was on Smallville. So there's so many cool things to do, but it's a vacation for you, but you also get to hang out with us a little bit. So that will be fun. So make sure you go to cruiseville.com for that. Last but not least, Rosie's Puppy Fresh Breath. Get some of this for your dog's breath, for God's sakes. It's awesome. Just a capful in your dog's water in the morning. No, I gotta try to sell it there. I gotta send you some of that for your dog's breath. Just a capful in your dog's water in the morning. It's odorless, tasteless, and your dog's breath will be better, for God's sakes.
Yeah, I'll have to try it first.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you some. That's what I'm gonna do.
No, I mean, I'm gonna try it first. Myself.
By the way, do you know Ryan is how old? 37? 37 years old now. When this airs, his birthday will be long over.
Oh, yeah.
But as we're filming it, Ryan's birthday is Saturday.
Oh.
And he is 37 years in the age.
Yeah.
Just a pup.
I'm 15 years older than you, dude. 15 years older than
you. Could be my dad if you made some weird decisions in high school.
Yeah, not really.
So Michael was in high school, and Ryan, if you guys ever dated.
When I was a sophomore in high school, Ryan was just born, and you were 9 or 10 years old.
Yeah.
But I'd be hanging out with you because Lex hangs out with Clark when he's in his 20s, and Clark's in high school. So, hey, man, let's go. What are you doing? Want to go to a bar? I'm 15. Yeah, I know, but what the hell? All right, look, Bryce, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good.
Are you hanging in there, dude? You got 3 kids, you got twins, you got a wife, you got, it's like, are you saying you're good and you're not good, or are you actually good?
I'm hanging in there.
There you go.
Yeah. Bryce is an even-keeled fella.
He's in the moment.
This is not for the faint of heart.
It's not. Growing old isn't for the faint of heart. Having kids isn't for the faint of heart. Being single always isn't for the faint of heart. But
doing a podcast like season 7 that you're not even on camera.
No, that would be season 8. I'm in season 7.
I mean, it's heroic. There's like people out there that are firefighters and, brain surgeons, and then there's watching a podcast for a series you weren't on.
And we're all the
right
same,
up
is what
there.
I'm trying to say.
God. Yeah, I know.
I get you.
I know.
We're all the same.
Well, after this, when we do the Arrow and the Supernatural podcast, we'll really get
Good luck. All right. Without further ado, let's get into season 6, episode 18, Progeny.
I'll say that one of the best things about this episode was the intro.
It was the end.
Like the previously on Smallville was actually was gripping.
Was that my voice? Previously on Smallville.
Yeah.
Great, thanks. Title Progeny aired April 19th, 2007. Director Terrence O'Hara, the late Terrence O'Hara. I loved you, Terrence. You're a great man, and I really he directed Onyx. Final episode directing of Smallville. Writers Genevieve Sparling. First episode, I remember Genevieve. Guest star Linda Carter as Moira Sullivan, Chloe's mom. What's funny is I've been trying to get her on my podcast, and it's just a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass to get her on the podcast. It's like, why? I mean, I know you're Linda Carter, but... Synopsis: the opening of a new Luther 33.1 franchise reunites Chloe with a long-lost family member and ignites a war in central Kansas. And this episode opens 12 years in the past as journalist whiz kid Chloe Sullivan stops. She was a good actress. She did a really good job as little Chloe. She stops by to share a new article with her mom. Mommy Dearest responds with tears as 2 orderlies in white uniforms usher her out of the home for a fun vacation. Side note, Chloe's mom is not the blonde actress we saw just a season ago in the psych ward. Well, maybe she dyed her hair. We don't know. We've got to put on them suspenders, folks.
Fast forward to the present. Lex Luthor is cruising down the highway until a truck runs him off the road. The driver gets out, smashes the window, kicks his ass, and steals a flash drive. The driver is Chloe Sullivan?
What? Already, I'm out.
Oh my God.
I'm out.
The next morning, after her wild night of crime, Chloe wakes up to find muddy boot prints. Clark stops by to learn that this isn't her first rodeo and that she's been having frequent bouts of criminal short-term memory loss.
Over in Luthor Mansion, Lex wakes his wife and shows her he was super brave and got a Band-Aid after his assault. He reroutes her concern, and Lana begins to spiral, wondering if there's something wrong with her preventing any other future with children. And now that his mom is a senator, the farm boy is upgraded in a red pickup truck as we see Clark giving Chloe a ride and asking her more about the felonious blackout.
Yeah, the Toyota was obvious. Didn't it feel like the shot was like milking it, that truck shot?
Yeah.
That's definitely a product placement.
Oh my God.
Yeah, none of us. It's so funny because the show will make so much money on all these things that they place in there. And
I think I remember a good product placement on Smallville was somewhere between $30,000 and $50,000 to be placed in the episode.
Jeez. After seeing Lex's car abandoned, Chloe insists they check it out. Clark uses super snooping powers to overhear a convo about the missing flash drive. Chloe begins to have memento realizations that she is the one behind Lex's auto abandonment. As they head back to the town and go through the flash drive, they discover a case file on a crypto freak. No, not that one. And learn the subject can control meteor freaks. It's Mama.
Mm-hmm.
How is she going to break all this news to Jimmy?
Who?
Mama.
Who's Jimmy?
Jimmy Olsen.
I know. We haven't seen him in a minute.
I know.
He's been conveniently broken up with so that some other stuff can happen.
Poor Jimbo.
I know.
Oh, Jimbo. Talkville is brought to you by AG1. Boy, do we love AG1. We've been using it for years. Tom and I talk about it constantly. Everywhere we go, our focus, our energy, it's just everything's better with AG1.
I'm actually going to Costa Rica tonight again, and I packed my AG1 travel packs.
See?
I did.
That's what we do. Look, after years of development and 4 clinical trials, we're excited to introduce AG1 Next Gen, featuring upgraded probiotics and added vitamins and minerals for an even more comprehensive formula. It's pretty incredible. It's like it's only going to get better. And look, what is AG1? AG1 Next Gen is a daily health drink clinically shown to support gut health and close common nutrient gaps. with 5 new probiotic strains and additional vitamins and minerals. AG1 Next Gen represents the biggest step forward yet for daily foundational nutrition. And guys, 1 scoop in the morning with 8 to 12 ounces of cold water adds up to whole body health from vitamins, minerals, probiotics, and whole food sourced ingredients. This stuff really works for me. It really works for Tom. And I think
my takeaway is this. It's easy to drink, it tastes good, and it makes you feel better. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the ad.
so easy to use and start a good regimen or a new routine, because we get in these bad habits and like we don't know how to get out of them. I'm guilty of that. But when I wake up, I just say, I'm going to start the day with AG1. I'm going to start putting something good into my body. I don't like taking a bunch of pills, vitamin, you know what I mean? It's just like I stir it up in a cold glass of water or warm, whatever you want to do. And it's delicious and I love it and I don't go without it. AG1's Next Gen is now one of the most clinically backed greens powder. They went above and beyond the industry standard in testing and have made a great product even better. Now, clinically backed with an advanced formula, this is the perfect time to try AG1 if you haven't yet. We've been drinking AG1, as we said, for years now, and we're so happy to be partnering with them. So subscribe today to try the next gen of AG1. If you use my link, you'll also get a free bottle of AG D3K2, an AG1 welcome kit, and 5 of the upgraded AG1 travel packs with your first order. So make sure to check out drinkag1.com/talkville to get started with AG1's Next Gen and notice the benefits for yourself. Simply, that's drinkag1.com/talkville.
Over in a secluded laboratory, Lex stops in to pay a visit to Moira Sullivan. She claims her powers are fabricated, but Lex insists that she and Chloe have traces of meteor rock in their bloodstream, and he wants her to perform. So instead of uniting his wife's best friend's mom with his wife's best friend, Lex decides to keep her as a lab rat. In this scene, Moira claims she was only ever able to control Chloe. So is that why Chloe never knew about her powers?
Maybe so. It was a little convoluted and kind of, I don't know. At this point, I just was like, it's kind of corny and she's
A little slow.
Yeah, she's been there. She's never seen her daughter. Lex has got her. It's just kind of weird because she says these guys are coming to take me, but she doesn't tell her daughter where she's going and she'll never see her again. And
Well, maybe she didn't know back then what it was, but now she does, and Lex isn't going to let her go.
yeah, I guess so.
It's in your bloodstream.
Yeah,
But
we
hang
just
on.
needed a Chloe. We just needed a Chloe episode.
Hang on.
That's
Hang
what
on.
we're to you.
Yeah.
Hang on. Okay, think about this. Who created 33.1?
Lex.
Lex.
Lionel.
Right.
I don't know.
So how is it possible that when Chloe was a little girl, how old was Lex? Like 10?
So Lionel must have done it.
But Lionel wasn't
I think
involved
what
in 33.
happened, she probably got taken. No, she got taken to a mental hospital, right? Because Chloe saw her the season before.
Okay, so she got taken to a mental hospital, and then later Lex took her.
Right.
yeah.
But why wouldn't she see her mom? I don't know. It's just a little bit weird.
In the next scene,
I will look. It sounds like they got Linda. Well, Linda Carter is a big deal
Yale.
to promote, and there was also a month between episodes. So this was like a big, I don't know. They got her. They wanted. I don't know. It was a big deal. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the production behind it.
Moira gets placed in a room with a crypto skater punk. He begins using super strength to intimidate the mom until Moira is forced to reveal her powers of ASMR, thus controlling the kid and making him do her bidding. Clark and
ASMR.
Chloe take a visit to the psych ward and politely get told by the front desk that she is never allowed back, and may God have mercy on her soul. Unable to remember the tirade that she got banned for, Chloe leaves confused. Clark stays and heads to the security office to steal footage showing Chloe attacking staff and learning about her mother's transfer.
Back in the lab, Lex gleefully tries to blackmail Moira into using her powers to help him out in return for seeing her daughter. Having his own estranged familial relationships, Lex knows all the right things to say to get Moira to agree. However, the telepathic message that she sends to the escaped subject is to find Lex and kill him.
How is she sending those messages to Chloe? What did she have of hers?
A little bracelet.
She had the bracelet.
holding a little
So
bracelet.
she's just doing this now? Out of the blue after all these years?
She wants out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Keep going. I'm just asking questions.
That's what we're going with.
Yeah, just asking questions. man.
asking questions.
Look, I'm just trying to educate myself on the matter.
genuinely concerned.
Yes, this is something I need to get clarified. Okay, go.
The escapee heads to Luthor Mansion, and en route to killing Lex, he takes a detour to deliver more CTE to Miss Lana Luthor. Clark arrives seconds after being able to save Lana and rushes his believed to be pregnant ex to the hospital. Chloe interrogates the attacker with the help of a pistol and a can-do attitude. She learns about the facility and plans to find Mom.
Over in Kent Medical, Clark gets the heartbreaking news that Lana lost the baby. Clark empathizes for a moment and then asks, what happened with the whole canceling? Yeah, that's true. He's like, oh God, I'm so sorry. So what happened to that whole thing at the wedding where we were supposed to be together?
The part that involved me.
Forget the baby thing. I just need to know about me. With roles reversed, Lana is the one withholding information to a pestering Clark as she tells him to put an egg in her shoe and F off. Lex learns that Lana is in the hospital, so he drops everything to rush in. Everything to rush to Moira. He decides to go eye for an eye and threatens Chloe's safety. Back in Smallville, Clark arrives home to Chloe and learns about the new 33.1 franchise that opened down the road. Their convo ends abruptly when Moira sends her daughter a message to get out of Dodge, to which Clark is unable to prevent. Wait. I thought a few episodes ago when Chloe was gagged and experimented on that, she lost her kryptonite power, so how was Moira able to control her?
I don't know. It just reminded me of E.T. when she put her hand over that thing. I don't know why.
Yeah, it was weird. Go ahead.
All right.
We're getting down to the bottom of this stuff.
Oh yeah.
Chloe ditches her red bug and continues our Toyota sponsorship by leaving town in a Camry.
Price.
She gets stopped by road workers who inject her and kidnap her back to the 33.1 facility. Oh, this was Lex's sweet plan the whole time, reuniting Chloe with her mother and using a convoluted plan with some fake construction workers.
Yep.
I can't wait to see what Ryan's favorite scene is in this episode.
I have no clue. Chloe wakes up in the cold surveillance room to the warm embrace from her helicopter mother. Moira explains the real reason she abandoned her family after revealing some intense hand-washing childhood trauma that Chloe had wiped from her memory. That was a dark thing. Silly Lex overlooks the idea that Moira, a person whose power is controlling meteor freaks, is being held in a facility with a powerful, dangerous meteor freaks. So Chloe plans to use this to help them escape.
Moira gets caught, but is able to make one final crypto request to her daughter to escape by any means necessary, including shooting Lex Luthor in the face. Yeah. All right, sure.
So rude.
I know. Luckily, Martha arrived home in time to free Clark from his kryptonite snooze, allowing him to super speed to the facility and, admittedly with annoyance in his face, save Lex from having a closed casket funeral.
I'm going to ask this again.
Okay.
I understand that we can't, on camera, see anything but a blur when Clark super speeds. But he stops, right? A lot of times he stops for a second and then super speeds. Maybe not in this episode, but you know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't just super speed and super speed out. He usually stops somewhere.
Well, he's got to let the audience know he's there.
Yeah, I just think that the camera, like, he would stop and then it would film him.
Yeah, that's true. He's like sped in to catch a bullet, like protecting people, and then sped right off.
There's going to be a frame
so he's
of
got to
him.
time that perfectly.
There'll be a frame of him somewhere. But again, throw caution and suspension into the wind. The next day, the gang heads to the safe house at Oliver's apartment. Still using Oliver's apartment, huh? Their plans get sidetracked when Moira begins to go catatonic again as the Luthor drugs wear off, and Moira fears her own power is being used for evil. Chloe begs her to stay, so Moira says she's going to step out to get some milk.
Chloe heads to the DP to get her frustration out with some aggressive typing. Lex decides to stop by to ask what happened with the whole almost getting shot in the face thing the day before. Chloe vows to take Lex down and expose his crimes against humanity, but Lex doubles down and tells her game is on. Well, no, it tells her game
I
on.
like this scene. I thought
Tells
this was
her
a
game on.
good scene that you guys did.
Oh yeah, where I'm like kind of upping her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty. That was pretty
I'm tired
cool.
of playing hardball or whatever, softball, or whatever you're doing.
Well,
I just like
I got something. I go, how about something that's
Or
makes-
kickball, because apparently
makes
she didn't
prison.
do that either.
Chloe, I have something that will make prison look like a walk in the park. You better listen.
It's called
to me,
33.1.
or I'm gonna put your freaky ass in 33.1. I'm gonna just for you rename it 33.2.
Still recovering in Kent Medical, Lana receives an update from her doctor and gets shocking updates about some synthetic hormones found in her blood that mimicked the symptoms of pregnancy.
Why is this doctor who's being paid by Lex Luthor spilling the beans here? Isn't he paid? Like, isn't Lex smart enough to know that, like, you need to tell her that you just lost? Like, this is the most matter of fact kind of like, yeah, did you take hormones? Hormones were found. Oh, yeah? Yeah, you faked the pregnancy. Yeah, totally. Don't you think Lex would have kind of looked into it? I feel like Bill Maher. Don't you think he would have done this? He's stupid. The guy's a genius. He has this doctor come in, and the doctor's just telling her all the things. What are you doing?
No, you're Bill Burr, not Bill
was a little
Maher.
Bill Burr. That's what I meant. Bill Burr.
What are you, stupid?
What is you're a genius. You're an idiot. I mean,
Fakes a pregnancy and he doesn't follow up.
he doesn't follow up. He just this idiot tells the doctor to tell her everything he wants. What kind of show is this? Yeah, it didn't make a lot of sense that that's how she would find out.
It was a lot at once.
What do you think, Tom?
I think it's a lot to handle to think that you were pregnant.
Yeah.
I think you lost a child, and then to hear that you were never pregnant to begin with.
Hey, little thing, like chicken goes to Molly, so hard to handle now.
Slowly realizing that she has just married the man responsible for manipulating her into believing she was pregnant and then abandoning a superhero ex-boyfriend, Lana begins to unravel, and rightfully so.
Did she ask the doctor if Lex knew about it?
No,
No.
but Lex, there's no way Lex is getting out of this. He's like, I had no idea. Somebody must have planned your pregnancy. They must have planned this whole thing with the videos and they showed you the baby that wasn't yours. Lex is in trouble.
This is
Like, they better have
Pure
a
evil.
follow-up to this. Could you imagine if they just don't talk about it?
yeah.
Because Lana's done. There's nothing worse you could do to a woman than what Lex did.
That's the most evil thing he's ever done.
That's pretty evil. That's evil, man.
Yeah.
That's some
He'll
evil.
blame it on Lionel.
Yeah, like why would he try to marry this girl after that? Like,
What if
the
he
long
says
game?
his
That's
father did
crazy.
it? I don't know. Chloe gives the keyboard a break and decides to vent to Clark. She's sad that her mom missed out on the 12 years and the foreseeable rest of her life. Clark lets her know that he told her all about her reporter accolades and even introduced Moira to Jimmy. They begin to devise a plan to take down Lex and free Lana from the inevitable Luthor war. Closing thoughts. Why do you think Lex has it out for Chloe so much? Well, that's easy. Because she meddles in his business all the time.
And she can find stuff out.
Yeah.
She will not let anybody off the hook.
Yeah. If he was smart, he would just,
Kill her.
yeah, he would kill her. Lex is fully crashing out. There's no return in sight. This is a tough time. This is a turning point. You're at the end of season 6, so all shit's gonna hit the fan now. Any memories work with Linda Carter, by the way? Linda Carter was really sweet and fun and kind and complimentary, and she was great to work with. I remember enjoying my time with her. She was very soft-spoken and just kind, knew her stuff. She was good.
There you go.
Yeah. Interesting things to note. The episode ends with Erica Durant's a public service announcement for the Christopher Reeve and Dana Reeve Foundation, which was really cool. This is Linda Carter's first live-action appearance in a DC-based television series since playing Wonder Woman.
Wow.
I remember she was a little nervous, rightfully so, but she was like, "Oh, this is a big show," and yeah. So,
And then they got you running around being like, I do this all the time. Let's roll camera.
roll camera, we're ready. Let's do it. You got this, Linda. Moving on. I was just like, yeah, you're fine. Don't ask questions. Let's just do this. Gotta get this done before lunch. I gotta fly to LA here. With the exception of a few details, a few things, I don't know. I thought it was kind of hokey.
You kind of oddly were interested in answering these questions, though. I mean, it made you curious.
I guess because it kind of seemed
boring.
No, it just seemed almost implausible a lot of times, and I had to kind of just suck it up, man. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. We talk about this all the time, how therapy can really help and has helped so many people across the world. I've been doing therapy, Tom, Ryan. It's so important, and BetterHelp really makes it easy for you. 26% of Americans who participated in a recent survey say they have avoided seeking mental health support due to fear of judgment. When people hesitate to get help, it doesn't just affect them, it affects families, workplaces, and entire communities.
This Mental Health Awareness Month, let's encourage everyone to take care of their well-being and break the stigma. The world is a better place when people are healthy and happy.
Therapy is a great way to take care of your mental health. It empowers you to be the best version of yourself, and it's for everyone. It isn't just for those who've experienced major trauma or loss. BetterHelp has over 10 years of experience matching people with the right therapist from their diverse network of more than 30,000 licensed therapists with a wide range of specialties. BetterHelp is fully online, making therapy affordable and convenient, serving over 5 million people worldwide. And with BetterHelp, you can easily switch therapists anytime at no extra cost. That's what's great. I think people start therapy and they're like, what if I don't like my therapist? It's going to be awkward. No, you just switch. You don't have to say, I'm sorry, this isn't working. You don't have to be uncomfortable. You just switch your therapist and get the one that's right for you. We're all better with help. Visit BetterHelp.com/talkville to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/talkville. Time for the hotline. Talkville. Here's the hotline. Patron privilege. We're going to go to Shanna. Shanna Fofana.
This is Shanna from Leominster, Mass. This is for episode 18, Progeny. I waited over a decade to get an answer for this question. Do you think that Lana was never pregnant, or is it that they want us to think that? Stay with me here as I spiral, and sorry for the length. An easy Google will tell you that a doctor can't definitively say that someone was never pregnant. And there is a link between some synthetic hormones and a higher risk of a miscarriage, probably what Lex put in Lana's tea. Now, if Lana was really pregnant, I don't think it was Lex's. This was described as an abnormal pregnancy, and in Promise, Lex has a nightmare about the baby's face turning almost phantom-like. This begs the question, who's the father? Lex has Clark's DNA from a prior season, and he could have tried to genetically modify an embryo to try to solve the mystery that is Clark Kent through his biological child. Or he could have somehow gotten other Kryptonian DNA and wanted his own superpower child. Thoughts?
But the doctor said, the pregnancy was faked. You said the doctor can't know that, but I don't know. I don't know how to respond to this. This is a tough one. Is it possible that someone else was involved in this? I don't think so.
Doc Brainiac or something?
From the beginning, I said, I don't think Lex would do this. And then it's happening. No, he was obviously responsible. He was obviously responsible because of his talkings with the doctor and all that stuff. And I wish we could answer this. This is very detailed, and I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way. But wow, Fatima.
I feel like Wikipedia just called.
Yeah, Fatima. I mean, we'll never know.
Hi, this is Fatima calling from Pakistan. At the end of Progeny, when Chloe enters the Kent kitchen, the reason Clark is just standing there is because there's a deleted scene with Clark and Martha that should have been included. Season 6 has deleted Clark scenes from episodes Sneeze, Wither, Arrow, Fallout, Labyrinth, Freak, Combat, and Progeny. Tom, how do you feel about the scenes that get deleted when they have taken your time to film them? Thanks.
Thanks, Fatima.
I mean, it's a weird thing that's... As an actor, it's none of your business. Your job is to do the scenes that they ask you to do. But when you do spend 4 hours on a given scene and it doesn't make the cut, sometimes you don't notice it. I just forgot about that until you said it. And then I just thought Clark was standing there because he heard her pull up in her car.
Yeah. I never remember scenes that are deleted. They cut a lot of my stuff, I'm sure. Not a lot, but definitely some. And I never remembered it.
Just the kissing scenes.
just the sex scenes. I'm still perplexed on Fatima or on Shanna's question. I just wow, I don't. Tatiana. Hey, Tatiana.
Hi, my name is Tatiana from Utah. And I just want to say, as somebody whose mother literally just a few months ago passed away from dementia, episode Progeny really hit. And I hope, Michael, there is no denying how evil Lex is, because the way he went after Chloe, yeah, great job at playing evil, because that was the most evil thing I've ever seen. The way he threatened Chloe, and I hate Lex so much right now. Anyway, great episode though, and yeah, that really got me.
Thank you, and I'm so sorry that you're dealing with that. I have a family member that's also dealing with some dementia, and it's hard. And my grandfather died of Alzheimer's. My great grandmother died of Alzheimer's, and it's not pleasant. It's not a pleasant thing. So, my heart goes out to you. And yeah, it's evil what Lex did. It's pretty shocking because I don't think he needed to do that. I think.
Well, I kind of like the idea that somebody said about engineering some version of a super baby. That hasn't unraveled for us yet.
Yeah, I don't know. Here's Bernard.
Hey guys, it's Bernard from Florida,
It is.
host of the Angry Blurred podcast, and I'm calling about season 6, episode 18, Progeny. So you both had, some screen time with Linda Carter. What was that like working with, the famous Wonder Woman? Love the pod. Hope to see you guys in Florida again soon. I could not make it to MegaCon. I will talk to you later.
Bernard, you're the man. We love you, Bernard.
I just passed her briefly in the makeup trailer. I walked in and she was in there and we said hello and I said welcome and she said thank you, and that's the only interaction I really had.
Yeah,
with her.
like I said, she was cool. She was soft spoken. She was great. I loved working with her. I don't have a ton of memories other than just making her laugh and having a good time with her and going on a few dates with her. No, I'm kidding. I didn't have a few dates with her. And this is Sherry.
Hello, Sherry from Virginia. My question for season 6, episode 18. Were there no plans to bring her back? Oliver could have funded her medical research to bring her back. What happened to Lex's eyebrow scar? Does he heal fast now, or was that a goof?
Probably a goof. Everyone in Smallville heals. How many head injuries have I had? How many head injuries has Lana had? We just heal. This is what we have to do. But you're right, Sherry. Yeah, that was weird. Text, Denise says, do you think Lionel is fully aware of his son's behaviors to this point and just giving a blind eye wink, or is he completely out of the loop at this point? I think he's probably out of the loop on this one, on the pregnancy thing.
I'm not so sure.
Well, we'll see. All right, Rosenbaum rating. Now, what do you give this one? We'll go with Ryan.
Rating.
I'm still going to go 1.
Tom.
1.
Bryce.
Half a rose.
Half a rose for me, too. Death and save count, 0 dead, 2 saved. Martha saves Kent, saves Clark. Clark saves Lex through 18 episodes, 28 dead, 33 saved. Series, 205 dead, 223 saved. Ryan's favorite scene.
Scene 1, surprise, it's Chloe. In the beginning when she gets Lex.
Mm-hmm.
Scene 2, the prison escape. Mm-hmm. Or scene 3, the scene with Chloe and her mom at the end.
Number 2. Utah. Give me 2.
What was number 2 again?
The prison escape where they're using all their powers to sort of get out.
Yeah, it's 2.
Yeah.
2. Yeah.
It just rolls his eyes.
That is it for the episode. Stick around next week as we keep our enemies close. Talk about season 6, episode 19, Nemesis. Let's take the discussion online. Let us know your thoughts on the episode over on our socials at Talkville Podcast or Talkville Pod. Show us the support by joining Patreon. And we're just about to read some patron names, the patrons who really help this podcast. The top tiers. There's also the grand tiers. And you get a lot of perks. So join the grand tier now while you can. I just sent out a bunch of stuff for the grand tiers. I hope you liked it. It was autographed and much more. Remember, folks, always hold on to Smallville.
We couldn't do this without our patrons.
That's correct. We could not do this without you. And we're still doing it.
So
Go ahead, Tom. Why don't you start? No, I mean, look, we're going to do season 7. We're just going to announce it now. But we need your support. Keep supporting. But we don't know about further seasons. So, we'll see what happens. We'll see how.
I will say thank you to Leanne P, Raj C, Santiago M, Little Lisa, ThomasTomTurner, Shane W, BetsyD, Abhi P, Fatima T, KarenApple M, 99 more.
Leilani N, Brett G, always hold on to Smallville, Charlie T, Garrett W, Bob K, Tom N, Jason W, Lana, rhymes with banana, W, Nancy D, Brian G, Grape Jelly, 817, Amanda R, Teddy 127, Michael P, Ryan R, Randy B,
Craig G, Heather and Greg, we love you.
Heather and Greg, I'm wearing the bracelet, and so Ryan has it too. Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, I made Talkville, Say Butts, Brian H, Eric K, Kristen B, Finky, Early is on time. Damn, who's that? Jeanette E, General Zod. General Zod's a fan. That's great. Doug R, Carlos C, Shanna I,
yes.
Ken the Limerick guy. Nice talking to you last time. Corey L, Mr. Home Arcade, Claire M, D Brown, Karen M, Jules M, L Don Supremo, Brian P, and Mick Burtz.
Ginger Moose, Christoph S. Nobody puts Lee in the corner. Leah. Amanda Lynn, Jessica P, Michael B, Sebastian F, Wolfie, Matthew and Lincoln B, Mary Lou L, Caesar G, Shannon Fofana, Matt Mavericks, Randy S, Cassie B, Danny Mo Mirabel, Mary K, Sophie L, Stephen A Danger. When you're rich, you aren't crazy, you're eccentric. Rosenbaum fan, Sammy Sharman, So Sammy, Carrie Ann. That's a good song. Alexander Castle, Jenny B76, Monica T, Ms. M, Emily Who, Locked, Jeffrey K, Katya C, previously on Smallville, Keith B, Cookie Kareem, Cookie Carrium, Libertaria, Danny Z from Cleveland, Biagio C, Lady J, Madison H, as told by Helen, Kelowna A, Natalia, Dr. J. Tom?
Kurt T, Clovis 2, Dr. G and Dr. T, Kryptonite, Ned L, Flirtatious B, Per6, a Luther Corp subsidiary. Good to know. Naaman L, Smallville for Life, Bobby B, Kendrick F, Stacy L, the other brother Daryl.
Oh, yes.
Melanie P, Charlie M, Cheyenne F, AJ Sison, Heather H, Tom and Michael's friend Mickey.
Sisson, Heather H. Yeah, Tom and Michael's friend Mickey. Hi, Mickey. Allison C, Karen H or Sierra H. I think it's Karen H.
We never know. We'll never know.
Yeah, I mean, what's going on? Sorry if we messed it up again. The real Chucky B. Hubs, Cuban Boy, Laura C, Sarah C, Adam C, a lot of C's, C. John W, Jet Blazer, Bradley H, Laura L, Gertz Butt Cheeks, Brian E, Dan E of Kai Zona, Maria P, and Lishish W. Thanks. And I see a lot of names from here also on the Inside of You Patreon. So thank you. If you want to become a patron there, patreon.com/inside of you. We could use your help and love. So thank you for everybody here. Yeah, we are just cooking, man. We did this season pretty fast. So anyway, Thank you. We love you. And we'll see you soon, Tommy.
Thanks, guys.